All right, it's day number 6 or 7. I think it's 7 of 90 days to greatness. It is chest and triceps. So I'm going to add it into every rotation now. I'm feeling pretty good. It's not hurting at all anymore. Might try to push it a little bit today, see how it feels. And yeah. As far as chest, I don't have a laid out plan for chest right now. I know I want to work it a little harder, a little different. I want to get the best chest pump I've had in a while. I don't know if that's going to mean more sets. I don't know if it's just going to mean more different exercises, like more cable flies and things of that nature. We'll see. But yeah, we're going to try that out. So I'll probably start with chest this time. I really don't have a plan. It's just going to be what it is when I get in there. Cable flies, incline press, more cable flies, press downs. So yeah, that's the gist of it. Trying to refocus. You know, when you're on vacation, when you got time off from work, it's like it's time to eat what you want, do what you want. I got to keep myself in check, guys, because I ate an entire pizza yesterday. That was way over my calorie limit. I didn't even count my protein. You gotta call me out on this stuff. I don't need to start messing up bad now when I've been doing so good, you know. So I gotta refocus. I gotta stick to that diet the best I can. It's gonna be difficult when I'm out of town, but that doesn't mean I have to eat an entire pizza, you know. So there's that. But yeah, killing it. Don't really have too much to say. I was going to try to drag this on a little bit longer, but let's get in there and thrash this chest. All right, let's go, guys. It's chest and triceps. We started out with some cable flies. I didn't do any pushing. Well, I guess I did. Next exercise could be considered a fly or a push. So I did 4 sets of 12 to 15 here. I really focused on the stretch and the squeeze. Got a nice deep burning in the center of my chest that radiated out to my entire chest. You know what I mean if you've done some good hard flies. So, and then I've seen somebody doing this one, so I wanted to incorporate it a little more. I went pretty heavy here, and I can definitely say I felt burn. I felt a lot of blood going to my chest. So these 2 exercises are probably going to end up being a staple in my chest training. I might add some more barbell bench press or dumbbell bench press, but I ended up doing 5 sets of 12 to 15 of this one, and my chest was completely and totally thrashed. So it's going to be hard for me to really do much different here. So triceps, I ended up doing, I think it was 3 different exercises, but I started with this one. It's a good one to, you know, you don't go too heavy, so you can warm up on it and not really risk doing not really a big risk of injury. So I did this one. I did 2 sets of 12 on each arm. Yeah, just single arm unilateral movement. So that one felt pretty good, and then we moved on to the overhead tricep extension. I really like doing this one. You get a good stretch and a good squeeze at the top, so it feels really good to do this one. I did 2 sets of 12 on each side. I try to incorporate an overhead movement into all my tricep training just to hit it different. So I've been doing these two exercises for a while on my tricep training, so I decided that I was going to incorporate something else, but I wanted to go heavy, I wanted to go hard, so I ended up doing bar press downs. I went as heavy as I could with reasonable control, and after doing those two exercises and having my triceps warmed up, this one felt really good. It felt heavy. It felt like at the bottom of each rep my triceps were really firing, and overall this chest and tricep workout was probably one of my best workouts I've had in a while. I went in there with a different mindset that I was going to really push myself and really see if my triceps were primed and ready to really be worked, but I think I'm mostly recovered, so chest and triceps are going to be in every rotation now. And here's the pose down. All right, that's what I'm talking about. That was a solid chest and tricep workout. There's going to be more of that in the future. I'm going to keep pushing myself, and you know, it just feels different when you go in there and you don't just go through the motions. Not to say I was going through the motions, but when you really push yourself, it's different. It's just different. So that's something, a mindset you need to get, is when you're going into the gym, just make sure you're pushing yourself. You know, I'm not saying push yourself, kind of. Like, just go in there with the mindset that you're going to give it all you have, all of it, 100%. You know, you can't lose in life if you're really giving it 100% all the time. And realistically, I don't know if you can absolutely give 100% all the time, but when you have the mindset that you're going to try and give 100% all the time, you're definitely going to give more than if you didn't have that mindset. So every day, whether it's in the gym, whether it's in your career or any portion of your life, you have to be willing to give it your all, 100% every day, 100%. Your 100% one day might be different than your 100% another day. Some days we don't feel as good, but you know, discipline. That's where the discipline comes into play. You got to be willing to push through the hard days so that you can continue to make progress in any aspect of your life. And how you do anything is how you do everything. So you definitely have to push yourself every day. But I keep saying the same thing, so I'm not going to keep beating a horse. I'm just trying to get it through to your head. You know, you got to push yourself every day. Chest and triceps. So I started with chest instead of triceps this time. I did some flies, warmed up, of course. And when you really do flies, you'll get like a really deep burning sensation. It almost feels like you're about to rip your chest. You know, that's when you know you're hitting it good. And I've definitely felt that. And then I did some bent over cable pushes, cable presses, whatever you want to call it. But you know, I did that, and towards the end when it started burning, I kept pushing through, and that resulted in a great chest pump. It felt so good. So I definitely got to keep that mindset right there. That was close to 100% of what I could give in the gym today. And then I moved on to triceps, and I was ready to push those. And I did a couple lighter exercises before moving to a heavy cable press down with the bar attachment, and those felt really good too. So, you know, it's easy for me to go to the gym every day, but it's definitely not easy for me to give it 100% every day. So that's the part I'm working on. So showing up, I got that down. I got that completely down. So I'm definitely showing up for myself. But when I get in there, I'm making sure that I'm really pushing it. So that's the aspect of my training that's changing right now. It's just developing that mindset to absolutely push it, you know. So that's what we're going to continue to do. Tomorrow is going to be day, I still don't know what day it is, 6, 7, 8. Tomorrow is going to be shoulders. I think pushing shoulders, I don't think it's going to be me increasing the weight. Maybe it's going to be me reducing the rest times and adding an extra set to the exercises I'm going to do, you know. Because I think shoulder training, it's a little different. It you really need that mind-muscle connection, or you're not going to be able to hit your shoulders the way you want to. Like lateral raise, swinging a little bit's okay, I think. But if you can learn to control that weight and really concentrate on hitting the side delt, then that's really when you're going to hit that development. So I don't think you ever really need to go heavy on lateral, any kind of shoulder training that's not pushing, like lateral raise, front raise, reverse flies, all that stuff. You never really need to go too heavy. That's my focus on my shoulders, and I got to work on, I think, a little, like the middle of my back is ahead of my lats, so I got to be more lat focused when I'm training my back. You know, this is stuff I wouldn't see if I wasn't leaning down, you know. Leaning down's kind of hit a wall, but it's my own fault, because I remember at the beginning of this, I'm like, I'm going to eat a little more calories, you know, slow the fat loss down. But it's slowed down so much that I'm barely losing weight now, so I got to reevaluate that too. You got to be able to adapt as you go. So, you know, you can't be stuck on one thing, and if that one thing's not working, you're just going to quit, right? So you got to be able to adapt. That's absolutely important. But, and then my breakfast wasn't perfect this morning either, so I know that I'm refocused and I can, you know, nip this in the butt, but just being open and honest that I haven't been 100% on my diet. So that's what I got to work on. Got to work on my mindset, and I mean, that's about it, guys. We're just adapting and we're moving forward, getting better every day. But I'll see you guys tomorrow for shoulders. Have a good one.